the show is done. Will her heart grow fonder if I'm gone much longer? Or has absence already won? The girl in my wallet is now in my hands. The boys, they're calling for me. Tonight I'm the attraction, we'll stir up the action. It's only my mask that you see. Face down in my room, thoughts in my head. My insides get so twisted. I gotta get to a phone, I hope she's alone. If I'm in love, I hope she's missed it. Sleep isn't found in a sea of despair. Things are so uneasy. Not till today will I find a way to calm the storm inside me. Rock and roll will have its way again. I dance like a marionette. And I saw some love on the stage of confusion. Broken hearts never forget. Broken hearts never forget. Is it peace and rest? Will I rest in peace after the show is done? Will her heart grow fonder if I'm gone much longer? Or has absence already won? The girl in my heart is now in my hands. The boys, they're calling for me. Tonight I'm the attraction, we'll stir up the action. It's only my mask that you see. That's all that you see. Rock and roll will have its way again. I dance like a marionette. And I saw some love on a stage of confusion. Broken hearts never forget. Broken hearts never forget. Broken hearts never forget. Broken hearts never forget.
Sup, everyone? How is everyone doing? Once again, we're here on Thursday night. Unsung Screamers is here to see you. We're getting situated. Aw, hi, people. Tyler, Tony, Joshua, Julia. Everybody's here. Everybody's here. Share this on your page. Share this show on your page. Let everybody see it. Get to know it. Everybody out there, all your friends, because I know all of you have like 2,000 friends you didn't even know on your page. You have like 2,000. I've seen some of you. You have 2,000. And also, don't forget, there is a way to support the show by going to patreon.com/unsungdreamers. If you really like us and you really, really want to help us out a little bit financially, you can go there and throw us a buck or two, or go to PayPal, Venmo, or Cash App, and you can throw us a bone that way. Otherwise, your presence here every single Thursday is freaking fantastic and appreciated. We appreciate you very much each and every week. And once again, what's on the screen? That's right, Thursday, August 19th is Dan's Roast. Dan's Roast. Make it a date. Everybody get there. I think we're going to start around 6 o'clock, and we're working out some final details of the exact times and all kinds of good stuff. So don't forget, mark your calendars now. It's like a month away. So it's a month away, so write it on your calendars and get it going. Woohoo, what's up, y'all? Julia Lacob says.
Howdy ho!
Guess what, everybody? Dan's here. Dan's here. You can't see him really well, but that's okay. I don't mind. No, I'm kidding. I'm just joking. There we go. Hello. Hi. 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 You want to turn that fan down?
I don't know.
It's hot in here, but it's really noisy.
Howdy ho, and how you doing? Ladies and genitals.
Ladies and genitals. I like that one.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
What's wrong, babe?
Nothing.
Got some shit tangled up below your feet. Hi, Kimberly Nutter Butter. Julia says right off the bat, heads up, I will be away from the computer around 7:30 because I have band rehearsal for a new project. A new project.
Yeah,
Ooh,
I said it.
That's exciting. That is exciting. Awesome.
Oh, man.
What's Tony saying? Hi, Tony. Great summer. Floated up the Upper Gasconade twice already. Planning to see the K Brothers and Bernie Sisters at Rose Park in Columbia for my first live music of 2021. Awesome, Tony, because in the caption for the show, I said, tell us about your summer, what you doing, where you've been, or just shut up and listen to us ramble about nothing. So Tony decided to add his 2 cents. Thanks, Tony. What is with my voice? What happened? I don't know.
You need to slow down.
I need to
That's
slow
what you need
down?
to do.
Do I? Okay. Slow down on what?
Dear Lord.
Hi, Mike McWhorter. How are you? Good to see you. How are you, Dan?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good.
Good. Listen to some mistakes at the top of the show.
Some mistakes, bruh. Check out what I found this week.
Yay!
Ooh-wee. And that's not the only one I found.
It's delicious.
I'll tell you that right now, but good. Some of you may know about the mistakes. Super cool.
All is well here, Mike. Yes, good to see you. Mistakes album. You're on this vinyl kick, and you are like officially grounded from
so you're
vinyl.
making fun of me?
For a minute. You're like officially grounded from vinyl for just a minute.
I grounded myself.
Yeah. I didn't do it.
I grounded myself from vinyl this week because I walked into a flea market this week and accidentally struck gold.
Accidentally.
Yeah, some of you may have saw my post of my 45 of Ronnie Self. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited about that. Happy birthday to me.
Yay.
And I don't think the thing's ever been played. It's pretty cool.
That's right.
And then
Oh, look there.
and then I also found the Mistakes record. I found a Fool's Face record. And I also got this really cool, like, old-time rockabilly, rock and roll or something like this compilation record that also had Ronnie Self on it.
Yeah, like but, with some big names that everybody would know. Like, who was on there? Like, I don't know, Chubby Checker or something. I can't remember
I don't know.
exactly, but... And even the record plastic sleeve at the flea market said, look, it's Ronnie Self from Springfield on this album. I hope it was a sticker.
Which I already knew that.
Yeah. That's why you got it. I'm so sure.
What's up?
Everybody was complimenting your shirt earlier, and Jared decides to say this. The shirt is better than the band.
Yeah. Right. That's okay. Everyone has the right to feel however they want to feel about music.
That's true. That is true. About whatever music.
That's right.
Like what you like. Be you. Be you, boo.
King's X was definitely more of a you had to be there kind of band.
I enjoy them now.
You might enjoy them now if you give them a chance. Yeah,
I know I would.
But they really were kind of like you had to be there. It's hard to explain. You had to be there when their records were coming out and sounding so weird and so awesome.
Yeah.
And it made you feel so excited because you thought you like knew of somebody underground. And then just spot on explained why I didn't get them. Yeah, and I can see that. I've had a lot of people that are just like, King's X, I don't get it.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like, I know, but it just had to be there.
Had to be there. And being from here-ish, we got you. We see he read it spot on, even though you had a typo, Jared. He read it spot on.
But anyway, yeah, I scrambled at the end because I wasn't ready for the show, so I figured The King's X shirt will work.
Yeah, it will.
I
And
know
it
it'll
does.
get Mike McWhorter going.
Yep, that's right. And it got Jared going.
Yeah, Joshua Poole.
Oh, yeah.
Julia Lake.
Say it better.
Julia Lake.
There it is. There it is. That's better. That's better. What's Mike saying?
Mike says, I agree with Dan. It was like the creation of the earth. That's what King's X existing is like.
Wow. There you go. See? See, there's the other side of the coin. Yep. Uh-huh.
Jared said, I do get why they are important and pioneers of a game. It's
Genre.
the genre of a genre. See, I read it wrong, even though he got it right.
I know. He spelled it correctly. No typos at all. The emphasis was on the do.
It's so hard to explain, man. It like I say, it just sort of had to be there. Because, I don't know, they were in this place where, like, knowing them at the time, you felt like you were part of why they got more and more exposed.
Yeah.
Because King's X had a lot of fans before they got very popular at all. Like this record on this shirt represents here is it didn't do tons, and then not until. I mean, they had a song called "It's Love," which was like, I don't know, 4 or 5 records later that actually was on MTV and got radio play. But
I was in a band that played that song.
a lot of stuff up until then wasn't really blowing up, but they were kind of blowing up enough that all of us fans felt like we were right along on the ride.
You grew up with them almost. I mean, it's like you could say that you grew up with them as a baby band too, reaching.
Well, and
status.
it's funny how important it was when Doug Pinnick had his mohawk. It was like, it just was. We're talking late 80s. When did this Out of the Silent Planet come out?
Does it say on the back?
Wasn't it like 89 or some shit? 88?
88.
Yeah, fucking 88. So, in the height of bands like Motley Crue and Poison and all this kind of shit, this fucking 7-foot tall dude with a fucking mohawk that was another 1.5 feet. I saw him play in Kansas City one time. His mohawk would rub the ceiling of the stage.
Yeah.
And you're just like, this is in 1989?
Right.
This guy's coming out looking like this? He don't give a fuck.
And they weren't punk rock. You'd
they weren't
expect that.
punk.
You'd expect that from punk rock.
So it was just fascinating to feel like you were following somebody who was like so different.
Yeah, yeah, and they were different, but most of their music was also like uplifting and positive, and yeah, it was pretty.
Mike
cool.
says Jared feels the way about King's X the way I feel about the Beatles. I got their influence and importance to music, but don't care for them. Yeah, he talked about that on last week's show of the Audio Rose podcast.
Yeah.
Josh said It's Love was on Faith, Hope, Love. Yes.
1990.
And I remember living in Bolivar at the time, and I drove all the way to Springfield by myself and went to Camelot Music on the mall.
Remember that?
I called on a landline before I left Bolivar. And I asked the lady, do you have Faith, Hope, Love? And she's like, I think we have one cassette left.
Cassette.
I was like, can you hold it for me? And she was like, no. I'm sorry, but they're just it was the day it came out. That's why it was such a big deal. It was the actual release day. And King's X was so obscure, kind of, that like whether or not Camelot Music would have it was kind of a real...
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Camelot Music was a little too mainstream for
So they
King's
may have
X.
only bought a few anyway.
Yeah, so I called the
didn't know.
lady at Camelot, and I was like, hey, I'm in Bolivar. Can you hold it for me? She's like, no, I probably can't, because we got a lot of people asking about it. And I was like, okay, I'm on my way. And I was flying, fucking coming up off the road, driving all the way from Bolivar straight to Camelot. I ran right back to where it would be, and there it was, one last cassette.
Cassette.
Yeah, I could probably show that cassette, but it's not worth it.
It's not worth it.
I still have it in my bookcase, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's right. And there's tons of cassettes to sift through. So
That holds it all together. I just had to let you know.
that was good.
Ty singing all nasally.
That was-
I just had it all together.
a little nasally. I think it was good, though. You all right?
Oh, shit.
Oh, so, yeah, the heading was talk about your summer and talk about what you've done or what you're planning to do for the rest of the summer.
It's getting hot, folks.
It's getting hot. It's freaking hot as hell in here. It may have been Jill at Camelot. She worked there for years, went to school with her.
Man, it may have. Chet says King's X rules.
King's X rules.
King's X rules. It's so funny. King's X fans are like so passionate. Like, I'm not necessarily ape shit. Well, I guess I could be considered ape shit.
You're pretty ape shit. About King's X?
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, but there's other guys that are more ape shit than me, let's put it that way.
Yeah.
Julia Lake.
What she says.
First of all, Mike McQuarter said she would have held it for me.
Yeah, I put that up a second ago.
Yeah, F you, Mike. Julie said, I got into King's X because of Doug Pinnick. I met him in 1985, I think. Let's do that. Let's do the rest of the show where we end all of everything we say, we end it like we're asking a question.
So we end it like we're asking a question?
Yeah. So she's like, he was playing bass for a Christmas music artist named Morgan Cryer. I talked with him for like 10 minutes when I got his autograph, and he was so kind to me and encouraged me in music. And then when I saw he was in King's X, I listened and I was hooked.
No.
Yes, he did play for Morgan Cryer. You are correct.
That's a good history.
You can hear a lot of that backstory on the conversation we had with Monty Colvin from Galactic Cowboys.
That is right.
Who played with them.
Number 48, episode number 48.
Jared says, wish me luck. I'm working on this week's show, the 70s country, while hearing screamo metalcore downstairs. My ADD is at 10.
Oh, wow. That must be confusing your brain. I can just imagine hearing some late 70s country. Yeah, okay, nice. Jennifer Reich, hi.
Hello, Jennifer.
From Wisconsin. Hi,
Joshua
from
says I was a guest of
Wisconsin.
King's X when they played Little Rock on AC/DC's Razor's Edge Tour.
Nice.
91.
That's awesome. How'd you get that gig?
Mike says the book about King's X is a must-read. They talk about being in Springfield back in the day. Let me show you what Mike is talking about.
What? What are you talking about? He's gonna go get that. Oh, Coleman. It's Coleman Lantern. It's colonoscopy. Hi, how are you? Yes, we need more island time. Yes, he was with us for the wedding on July 5th and that whole week. Fantastic to see you again. Joshua Poole says, I remember Morgan Cryer as well. That's nice. Very cool. Very cool. All this stuff I missed. I missed a lot of all this stuff because I was like on the road, already playing music. And the early 80s, late 80s, I was in high school still. So by the early 90s, I was on the road, and I never hung out in Springfield very much. So you're gonna talk about what Mike's talking about.
Yes, this right here is the book that Mike is talking about. The King's X biography.
Hi, Lori.
And this is a really interesting dude because, and Mike is correct, they talk a lot about Springfield in this book, being here and from the early days. But what's neat about it is it's put together a little bit different than a regular biography. All the guys in the band, of course, and then tons of people all around them, whether it had been a bandmate before they became King's X, or one of their producers, or someone that used to like roadie for them, or somebody who was a manager of all kinds of different things. The whole book is told in like their stories. Let me show you. It's kind of neat. I'll try to find a page. Like you'll see here, if you can see it. There's like a little dark name. And then
Look at your
the
bookmark.
paragraph.
It's a cartoons drink ticket. That's
Yeah,
funny.
this
Anyway,
is my punch card from cartoons.
it was a drink ticket.
Drink
right?
or lunch or something. And then like that person just says a little something, and then
That's
they jump
awesome.
to what someone else said, but they're all in kind of chronological order, sort of. Very cool book, right there, the King's X biography.
I love it.
And also for you extra King's X nuts, which I guess I just said a minute ago, I might be one of them. a Doug Pennick biography right there in my possession.
Is it a biography or an auto?
It is the authorized biography of Doug Pennick by Chris Smith.
Nice.
Right
Very
there.
cool.
Folkers.
That guy's awesome.
I got it. You can count on me.
That's nice. I want to say hi to Jenny Reich again. She says, I don't mean to brag, but I'm opening Northern Wisco Bluegill Fest tomorrow. The Northern Wisco Bluegill Fest.
Nice.
Jenny Reich is playing some music up in Wisconsin. I bet it's nice weather up there right now. Beautiful. Oh, she puts a little fishy icon too. Look at little blue fishy. Lori there too. Yes, hi. Oh, miss you, Lori. It was so fun down there in the island. What you got?
Nothing.
Nothing?
Yeah, let me just do my thing without you pointing me out.
Oh, really? Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, I can point you out if I want to. I'm pointing you out. We have festivals for everything, Jenny says. Up in Michigan, I played a festival one time up in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. What was it called? It was a weird fish name, and I can't remember what it was called, but it was like the eel. It's coming to me.
Something about eels?
Eel. It's a fish, though. It's not an eel. Eel pout. The eel pout fish. It was like the eel pout festival and tournament or some crap. And my band, Midnight Rodeo, played up there at a casino for that whole thing, and it was crazy. It's like a fish that kind of looks like an eel, but it's a fish. I don't know, but they go crazy for it. It's crazy. Yes, I know, Jen. We got to go north and we got to go to Florida.
We need to go north in the summer and south in the winter.
That's right. So we should be up there like soon.
Joshua Poole just sent me a deal. Kerry Livgren. You guys might know him from the band Kansas.
Yeah.
Have you heard of the band Kansas?
Dust in the wind. Oh, yeah.
Aren't they also the ones that did the Carry on my wayward son?
Yes, they
To the place where we are done. Lay your head to rest. Don't you cry no more. No! Anyway,
sorry. I was going to keep going.
This cantata he's working on, which is kind of crazy.
Kerry Livgren?
Yeah. John Elefante is the one who actually shared it. We've all waited many years for this gem, Kerry Livgren's cantata. Can't wait till it comes out, hopefully very soon. Kerry Livgren posted, here is the preliminary list of vocalists who have performed on the cantata. And if you scroll down about 10 or 12 of them, there you go, Monty Colvin.
Really?
From episode number 48 on the Unsung Dreamers, as well as many other.
Oh, I'm going to take that back. I need glasses. Episode 45.
45. Okay, Monty Colvin. Just look for his name.
I'm so sorry.
Was on our show. He is a part of Kerry Livgren's cantata.
That's crazy cool. I love it. I didn't know that.
I did know that, but I'm glad that I got reminded right at the right time. Talking about the old King's X days.
That's cool. Go ahead. I'm just looking.
So anyway, any other good King's X stories?
Any other King's X stories?
I'm telling you, man.
Hi, Cindy Lucas. How are you?
Thursday nights is our. It's funny. Which I don't know if you guys went over and caught the Audio Roast podcast from Sunday night where we purposely derailed the show. Not just us.
It was already derailing.
Several people.
Before we showed up. We didn't do it.
We got a kick out of.
We just joined in.
We got a kick out of seeing if we could make Jared Isaacs go absolutely bananas. And it worked! It worked! It was an awesome show. We had a good time over there crashing.
It was good for him, though. He handled it well.
Yeah, he could probably beg to differ whether it's good for him or not. It was not his style at all, but it was awesome.
Hi, Kanita.
It was still awesome. We all had a great time.
Yeah.
And it was fun. The reason why I'm bringing that up, is because I wanted to make the point that just in case, and I've said this many times, but Tara and I come into Thursday nights with absolutely nothing in our heads, and we do that on purpose because we like to just hang out with our friends. This is not actually our show. So if you compare our show, say, to the Audio Rose podcast, the Audio Rose podcast kills us because that's their show. That's kind of what they do and what they put their attention and their focus on. That's not what Tara and I do. We focus more on our audio interviews that we're releasing once a month now. Go check out Sade Shine. And coming up within a matter of days is an amazing conversation with Cassandra Carson. And I'll just give you a tiny tease. I have accessed the very first audio recording of Cassandra Carson singing.
Ladies and gentlemen, you have it in your possession.
And it will be featured on the conversation we release of Cassandra Carson coming out soon. That's what we focus on. So that's where we're doing a lot of our energy. We do a lot of our research. We try to find things fun for the breaks, and that's kind of really more what our show is. The Thursday night just originally started as just a way to hang out with our friends during COVID.
And cope with
and it
COVID.
just kind of stuck. It just kind of stuck. So keep that in mind, because we purposefully go so intense with how hard we work on the actual the Monday morning medications and the monthly interviews, that we like to show up here on Thursday nights and just completely and purposely fly by the seat of our pants.
Seat of pants. But I will...
So this is not really meant to be.
I'm making a plea to all of you watching to listen to some of these interviews and conversations we're having audio on the audio podcast, because there are incredible people. There are incredible stories. You will get some laughs, and just listen. And the Monday morning medication is another one that's just kind of fun, but we actually put a little time and effort into that as well.
Yeah, it's starting to get kind of real.
Yeah, it's kind of turning into something real, and it's only
it's
audio.
a weekly every Monday.
So yeah, like Dan said, Thursdays is just our party with you guys, and so we appreciate you guys tuning in.
With us.
So party it up, and we've had
Give us
people
shit to
crash.
talk about.
Right, throw us a topic. We're gonna do that.
Jared Isaacs, real quick.
Oh, okay.
My brain took days to recover. Love you guys and love the challenge. I probably could have handled it a little better in some areas, but we live and we learn.
It was a shit show. I rewatched it, and it was actually
there was
fantastic.
actually a moment when he was like screaming at us
He was
all.
like,
Everyone in the room was like,
but it was entertaining, and that's the number one thing, right, Jared? That's the number one thing. It was absolutely entertaining. I watched it back the next day or 2 days later, and I'm just like, that was actually, the whole thing was actually really freaking funny. And Joshua says also, it worked so well.
Oh,
yes.
It was funny.
I want to say hi to Kanita. Kanita, congratulations on a great show you had at Southbound with the Gypsies. That was awesome. I saw all about it. We couldn't make it, and I'm so sorry. I was supposed to sing some songs, not supposed to, but she asked me to sing some songs, and we just couldn't get there. And so I'm glad it went great for the like Women Who Rock opened up, and it's not technically Women Who Rock, but a lot of lady singers just kicked marvelous ass. And Kanita and her Gypsies band were awesome from what I hear. So wonderful job, Kanita. I'm proud of you.
Up here, Mike McQuarter said that he ran into the Galactic Cowboys drummer one time over at Korea House on St. Louis Street.
Really?
He seemed shocked I even knew who he was. If you are talking about, what was his name, Joe Dawes? Alan Doss.
Alan Doss, yeah.
If you're talking about Alan Doss, you can hear a bunch of Alan Doss background story. Doss, huh?
I think it's D-O-S-S, right? Doss?
Yeah. And very good friends with Eddie Hines. And so if you go back and listen to episode 11 of the Audio Rose podcast with Eddie Hines, there is some good Alan Doss stories in there, who went on to drum for the Galactic Cowboys.
Nice. Mike McQuarter says, I had a great time on the audio roast. You were awesome. You were fun.
It was great.
Knowledgeable.
Jared said, I literally had people swinging from the rafters, and Dan actually stayed sitting the whole time.
Crazy, right? See,
it was kind of true.
We weren't the ones who started it. He didn't start it. It was already, Russ was off the rails, hilarious. Yup.
It's a good time. Worth going back and watching. They all are, because they do a great show over there.
Yeah,
do
they
not
do.
compare it to what we do on Thursday nights.
No, good or bad. It doesn't. No, we're not the same.
We're purposely trying to just BS and catch up with our peeps.
Yeah. R.I.P. my mustache for now. Yeah. Well, I hope Death May Die takes off and does really good things so the mustache stays gone. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm going to say.
I hope they get really big and go on to do great things so Jared will leave Springfield.
Oh, trying to
It's
roast.
a joke! Jesus Christ, calm down! Stop writing your congressman.
Oh, Kanita says, you are a woman who rocks. Thank you, sweetheart. Appreciate that very much.
Joshua, referring to last week's show, says Mike McWhorter was at the calm in the eye of the shitstorm. So
He was-
true.
he was.
He just sat there most of the time.
He was like a referee.
Even when all that crap was happening all around him, he was like,
He was just totally on track.
awesome.
As soon as Jared would try to bring it on track, he was the only one of the guests that was like, yes, I'm right with you, Jared. I got you. Mike was all like, yep, well, let's do this. Let's do this.
yeah, just craziness.
It's like-
And then McWhorter's like, I hate the Beatles.
Yeah, and he's all like, I'm going to pick in the Tournament of Champions, I'm going to pick
But I hate the Beatles.
the Golden Girls. Yeah, totally. It was great. Yeah, right on. Yeah.
Me and Dirk bonded on Welcome Back, Kotter.
Yeah, that's true.
We were just having this moment, like, why is it Welcome Back, Kotter on the list? And
No
like, they're
shit.
right in the middle of talking about other shit.
Just
Welcome
talking.
Back, Kotter is a good song. I love that song. Yeah, Mr. Kotter. We're
Yeah.
like,
Just loudly too.
It's a good
not
one.
Not even trying to be quiet. And
Christy
even-
Presser says my head was hurting for him. I think she's talking about Mike McWhorter or maybe Jared Isaacs.
I'm guessing Mike, because he was just trying to be so focused, and he wasn't trying. He was totally focused.
He was great and he was very well behaved. Surprised me, actually. I didn't think I was meeting the same guy that gives me so much shit on my own show over here. He hardly said 2 words to me at the audio room.
That's right. That's right.
Keyboard warrior.
Cindy Lucas says, I love Welcome Back, Kotter too. Yes, I know it. It wasn't on the list. It wasn't on the list.
Should have been on the list.
Should have been.
Mr.
Should
Kotter.
have been.
There should be a whole show about
Should
Mr.
have been.
Kotter.
That's right. Right. A lot of, yeah.
And Barbarino.
Yeah, that's right.
Anyway. And Horshack.
Yeah. Mr. Carter. Oh, Mr. Carter. Mr. Carter. Oh, Mr. Carter.
Holy crap.
Oh my gosh.
So, what do we got coming up? What's happening this weekend?
Yeah, tell us what's going on.
Oh,
this
have
weekend.
we got some stuff to tell you guys? And this is very premature. The reason why I say that is because I haven't even got a chance to get you all the information that it takes to figure out, like, if you ever want to go try this place out. The owner is out of town right now, and he's
yeah.
a friend of mine. And so when he gets back in town, I'm going to get all the info I need. For you guys, if you want to, it's probably public. I just don't really know exactly right
Right.
now where to go because
Yeah.
it's kind of weird. But we've talked many times about the building that Lou Whitney's studio used to be in. And Mike McWhorter says, "Hey, I hugged you, Dan! Brought you in on my JQP moment."
That's true.
Trying to jelly up his ex, the little whore that stole the JQP tape.
Right? That's right. Yep.
Joshua Poole got a COVID tested today. You have a COVID? What is a
What is a COVID?
What is a
Is it-
COVID?
is it
that like
like
a
a-
lizard?
Yeah. Is it like
He got my COVID tested today.
Huh.
He said got a COVID tested today.
Tuesday.
Is that
Come
Tuesday?
on, read. You're
I
reading
got
like
a COVID
me.
tested Tuesday.
I got a COVID tested Tuesday.
I think it's a tongue twister.
Yeah.
Got a COVID
Got a
tested
COVID
Tuesday.
tested
Got a COVID tested Tuesday. Got a COVID
Tuesday.
tested Tuesday.
COVID tested Tuesday.
Um.
We know what he means.
Anyway, what was I talking about?
Negative or positive, Joshua? Are you pregnant? Go ahead. You were talking about this place right here. Down in
There is
Whitney's
a
building.
girl threatening to bring a positive pregnancy test to my roast on my birthday.
Really?
Yeah, I'm like, well, how does that work?
Who's threatening that?
You know.
I don't know.
Yeah, you do.
You keep secrets from me all the time.
No, I don't.
You do.
She said it a million times.
Oh,
So that could be interesting. I don't know how it could be.
right. You know how you say, it's not possible.
I don't know. Mike McWhorter says, you could say I am somewhat camera shy and an avid stage fright practitioner.
Gotcha.
It was
Johnson.
funny, dude. He was like Bobby Brady in the ice cream eating contest. As soon as the cameras came on,
Just, okay.
was it Bobby or Cindy? I've had a lot of people argue I think it might have been Cindy.
It was one of the little brats.
I think it was definitely one of the little ones. It was just either Bobby or Cindy. Who got like completely paralyzed in the chocolate ice cream eating contest as soon as the cameras came on?
Yeah.
Was it Bobby or Cindy? Now I think it was Cindy.
Really? Might have been. Joshua says, I got COVID tested Tuesday, just bronchitis. You guys are safe. All right. Yeah.
Mike said if she got a hold of one of Dan's old socks, she might be preggo. That's true. That is true. I'll tell you that, everybody.
Oh, nice. See, he is not shy on here, but on camera or on stage, apparently. Mm-hmm. Oh.
Still, bronchitis sucks. What a great opportunity to quit smoking.
This public address, what is it called? What is it? What, PDA? Public? No. What's the name when you do a public...
PSA, public service announcement.
Thank you. This public service announcement brought to you by Jared Isaacs. Moment
Yeah, so
gone.
I was talking about this place, man. If you guys are in some kind of a situation where you're maybe celebrating a special occasion, maybe you got a birthday or an anniversary or, something that you might actually want to do something fun and special right here in Springfield, Missouri, and not just go to some regular Best Western, there is a place downtown that is kind of unofficially called the Black Palace.
Hey, Brian Betancourt. Sup, my people. Sup.
They have 2 lofts that are kind of set up in sort of an Airbnb kind of a deal where you can rent them for the night or for the weekend. And let me tell you, they are the coolest.
I didn't take pictures.
They would be the coolest place you've ever stayed ever in the history of your life.
Yeah.
And it's right down here, Springfield, just around the corner from the Van de Voort Hotel.
Yeah.
So instead of going to that old pesky Van de Voort, no, I'm just kidding. The Van de Voort's badass.
Van de Voort is badass, yeah.
These are more of like a luxury type, loft type, Airbnb kind of a situation. And one of these days we'll get all the info and let you guys in on it if you want to give it a try.
We'll get some pictures and stuff. Mike McCorder says, what about by the hour?
Yeah, by the hour, I'll ask him. I'll ask him.
I don't know. It could happen. Maybe. I don't know.
It's a wonderful place. It actually is up on top of the recording studio that was owned by Lou Whitney at one time. Mm-hmm. For those of you who go downtown at all, it's the big black building.
Yeah, with the big mural on the side of it on Walnut.
Everyone kind of is familiar with the big black. Mm-hmm. Looks like a church that you worship Satan in.
That's what the article said. The satirical article said that anyway. Yep. Everybody lost their shit on that article, and it says right in it, this is an article, a satire article.
Satire means it's fake. Oh, anyway.
It means we're making fun. Just like 90% of what we do right here at the Screamers.
We got a couple more confirmations for the celebrity roast of Dan Fritz coming up August 19th at the Riff.
Yep.
That Jared and Joshua are going to have to remind me if I've already told you some of these names. Have we told you that Michelle McBride's doing it? Yes, I think we have.
I think we did last week, yeah.
Because didn't Jared say, isn't she a cowboy?
Yeah,
something?
yeah.
Yeah, Michelle McBride. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, that's what we've already told them about those.
I think. I don't know if we revealed all 6, but we got them written down for some reason.
I think so. And I also got Paula Priest is going to be on the dais.
Known Dan since how old?
Some of you guys don't know who she is, but I've known her. We've known each other since we were like 4 or 5 years old. And
yes, affirmed right there.
Yes, Jared, Shane, Jeff Ward, Michelle, and Gail. Okay,
cool.
Jared Isaac, Shane Jennings, Jeff Ward, Michelle McBride, and Mama Gail Fritz. We have some video confirmations. Mm-hmm. Let me tell you, there's a few people that are going to be sending videos because they cannot be there. One of which is Jay Stevens, is perfecting his video as we speak.
Yep.
And we think we're going to be able to get this video. He said he would do it if he remembers saying it.
He said he would, yeah.
Russ Weatherby will be sending a video as well.
Even though Russ and Renee are touring the world right now, but he said he would do it. So we're holding them accountable to that.
And so
I think we mentioned.
We better There's some people that have said they're doing it, but man,
It was like 6 months ago when we
so
were partying.
your new announcement this week is Jay Stevens and Russ Weatherby. A part of the roast.
The roast. Oh, and that's right. And once again, there's going to be disclaimer posters just for people that are just randomly walking in on a Thursday that might be expecting Papa Green shoes or something. There's going to be random posters that if you are easily offended, or if you don't like cuss words, or if you don't like just snarkiness, that you should just turn around and leave at that point, because it's going to be brutal.
Dude.
Oh, sorry, babe.
Dude.
Okay, sorry. Fuck, he's gonna hit me. No, I'm just kidding. That's just a joke. So yeah, we're gonna have disclaimers. We're gonna make it loud and clear that this is gonna be brutal. So everybody on the dais gets to fire back. Well, fire at Dan, and then Dan gets to fire back at everybody else.
Brian Betancourt said, I can't be there and I don't want to be. There you go. That's the spirit.
There you go. No, not gonna waste my time. Joshua Poole. Why has it got to be a black building?
Why's it got to be a black building? Oh, it is black as black gets.
Yep.
It's killer, though. It's right on the corner of Walnut and South, and it is black with gold trimmings,
Right
all the
next to the
Gothic
Outland.
windows. It's very cool. There are 2 lofts upstairs that are just the most gorgeous thing you could possibly imagine. So you should figure out a way to go to stay there, maybe for like a anniversary present to someone.
All we can say, since I don't have any pictures, all I can say is it's decorated more elaborately than anything I've ever seen as a hotel or vacation spot. I'm just saying, it's amazing. It would be very impressive if you're trying to impress your date. Just saying. Or your wife or your husband. It'd be very impressive.
I do that just by waking up in the morning.
Yeah, you do.
Oh, Brian's like, I wasn't talking about me. I'm talking about the other no-shows.
What?
He's talking about, like, he's either talking about Jay Stevens and Russ Weatherby,
Oh, I got it.
he's talking about generally people that don't want to go, like, can't be there or don't want to be.
Right. Gotcha. I see.
I think he's talking about Jay Stevens.
Well, even if...
Oh, so Jay Stevens can't be there or he don't want to be?
he doesn't want to be.
Yeah, he can't be in the same room with me. He's intimidated.
He
That's a
can't handle
fucking
it.
joke. God, man, can't I say anything? Thought you guys busting my balls? Jesus.
That's your life, though. It's ball busting.
It's hard trying to be comedic on a show where you have no live audience.
That's true. You don't hear a feedback. We got comments, but they're all delayed, and we're just gonna whine about this, how it's delayed and all that. So we just need to move on. Brian Betancourt just laughy, giggles. Right.
Well,
Kimberly sent a message. By the way, we judged the karaoke contest at Marty's last week. That's why we cut the show a little bit short last week, and it was fantastic. There were several wonderful contestants, and I think 10 went through. I think 10. Was it 10 or 8?
10.
10. And that is actually going on at Marty's this evening. I think they start...
Are the finals tonight?
The finals are tonight.
The finals are tonight. And if you didn't just say it and I
Marty's.
wasn't listening, your boy, that guy, wow. The guy that used to run sound at Shuffle. Jeremiah, he actually made it to the finals. He'll
Hi,
be
Barb.
singing in the finals tonight.
Yes. He made the finals of Marty's karaoke contest.
We could do some canned laughter.
We could.
But
We have a soundboard with a bunch of fun stuff, but
oh well.
you know.
It's
not like the
Jeremiah
real laughter.
Sharples
He actually
is in the finals.
sang very, very well. Like, I've heard him sing before, and I've seen him play drums and run sound and all this stuff. But when he was focused on his singing, I was just like, wow, it was really good.
Yeah, man.
There were a lot of good contestants, and it was a good group of people that went through. So that's going to happen. I think they start singing around 9 or so, 9:30, something like that. If you want something else to do after the show, or if you're done with your getting ready for a podcast or something like that, you can just mosey on down to Marty's and check that out. You're
Want to listen
excited.
to the mistakes?
You want to listen the mistakes? How appropriate is that? Oh my gosh. Jared back here said, Brian, thanks for helping Kim, by the way. I'm not sure. Maybe that on the show? Or
I
what
think that was, here's my guess. I think that was somebody who needed a stationary exercise bike put together, and Brian Betancourt helped her put it together.
Nice. And here he says, it wasn't a big deal. Didn't mind at all. Kim is a sweetheart. Awesome. Well, see, that's, people helping people, which is wonderful.
There you go. There you go.
That's not the right words to that song. Come on, we need more people telling us what to talk about because, it's your show, not ours. It's yours. It's yours. We want you to tell us what to talk about.
This is awful. This is painful.
Yeah, we've had painful shows before.
Well played, Dan. He shoots, he scores, he saves. Jesus shoots, he scores, he saves. Pound around hand, Jesus shoots, he scores, he saves.
I'm gonna get that clip isolated, and we're just gonna use that all the time.
Oh, that was the best backstage graffiti I ever saw in all my years.
It was amazing.
Jesus shoots, he scores, he saves.
Where'd you see it? Do you remember?
It was actually at the Regency
Here in Springfield?
Showcase.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice. Very cool.
No, it was not. It was at the juke joint.
Brian Betancourt says it's sermon time. You haven't done one in a while.
I haven't done one in a while.
You have been slacking off.
But Jesus shoots, he scores, he saves.
Yeah. Oh, I'm just going to keep doing that. That's what it is.
That was backstage at the juke joint.
Oh, good point. Jared says, are you guys into the Olympics? It starts in 2 weeks. I love the Olympics. And this is just a side note for me. When I was 7, when I was in gymnastics, I thought I was going to be in the Olympics. You know how most little kids think they're going to be something. And I was actually decent as a little gymnast when I was 7, 8, 9 years old. And then I got a horse, and my gymnastics career just died. But yes, I love the Olympics, especially the Summer Olympics, because I understand them more than the Winter Olympics. There's a lot of winter stuff I don't get. But
that reminds me, I will buy somebody a shirt for a trivia question that just came off the top of my head.
really?
Yeah.
I didn't see it.
Since you're talking about the Olympics.
Yes, go.
Who, for a shirt,
Okay.
any shirt we have on our thingy,
Okay.
which Unsung Dreamers guest came closest to going to the Olympics of all the other guests we've had on the show?
Do, 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 do.
Who was it? It's kind of an easy one, actually.
It kind of is, especially if that person is possibly watching right now.
I have some Olympic stories, man. Kind of. I remember when I was young, believe this or not, this is crazy. I'm talking when I was like 10 or 11. I paid for my own subscription to Sports Illustrated. One of the big reasons was because of that swimsuit edition, but I actually got into it.
I'm not writing anything you need to see.
And loved the Winter Olympics. The ice skating and all that kind of stuff was pretty awesome. Jared Isaacs comes back with our first answer to the trivia question, and he is correct.
He shoots.
Kristen
He scores.
Denar.
He shoots. He scores.
Jared shoots. He scores. He saves.
Nice. But he said it with a question mark. Should we allow that?
Yeah, no, I wish there was more confidence in that answer.
I'm just kidding.
But it was Kristen Denar.
Volleyball for volleyball.
Well, that was going to at least add to the show and drag it out a little bit longer by asking you what sport it was. But of course, Tara Lynn has to blow it like she does so well.
Anyway. I like Mike McWhorter's answer, though. Chuck Norris? Right. Mm-hmm. Barb says, I love the Olympics, Tara. My favorite is probably the Winter Games, but I love both. Yeah, Joshua answers
Joshua said
volleyball.
volleyball.
Nice.
That
Josh
is
gets a t-shirt,
correct.
too.
I like when Jared and Joshua win because I'm not sending them shirts, but I can make the general public think that I'm a good guy, and I'm going to do that. Shell, there is a commentary show for the Olympics that will have Kevin Hart and Snoop together this year. I have heard about this. Yes. They're going to, you know how Snoop got so famous with that, when he like
narrates animals. Oh my God, it's amazing. Films.
Him and Kevin Hart are actually doing that to the Olympics this year.
That's amazing. That's, you know what? And they're also, I think Japan announced that they're also not allowing a crowd because of all the influx of new Delta crap. But so there's going to be no crowds, and it's going to be like highly whatever, blah, 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 distancing. And
Shell says at least Tara blows it well.
I know. I did that with a thumbs up right there. I went like this.
You jump on stuff we're not talking about. We got to work together, man.
We got to work together with no script. We got to work together and read our minds together. And I put something up there, and you just did, yeah, uh-huh. Oh, Brian Betancourt says, it's rigged. Yeah, I know. Because he actually listens to our podcast.
Yeah, you got to give him that.
You got to give Jared that. He actually listened.
Because he's correct about Cassandra Carson also played competitive volleyball.
Yes, we know that. Yes.
He says they bonded over that on the Audio Roast episode 33. Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
Joshua Poole says he's still waiting on his pay from the Machine Gun Symphony gig I did with you.
Me too. Me too, Joshua.
Do I read? Oh, he's fucking with me.
No, Paralandra.
Joshua Poole did, huh?
Paralandra opened for you when they were baby band.
Oh, is that what he's talking about? I told them from the beginning they're not getting paid.
Yeah, that's why he's still waiting for this pay.
Yeah, he'll be that skeleton on the couch still waiting on his Machine Gun pay.
Yep. Mm-hmm. That's right.
It's not happening, Josh.
Ooh, Barb says, I had a niece that competed in the Junior Olympics in volleyball, went to the competition in Reno, Nevada. She is such an exciting time to see all the amazing athletes do their thing. I totally agree. I am so impressed by good athletes. Like, when I see some athletes that just do incredibly crazy, awesome things, I'm just like, yeah, wow.
Yeah, back when I got that Sports Illustrated subscription.
Swimsuit issue?
No, I actually got a whole year of it, and I paid for it myself with money I made mowing lawns.
Wow.
It was when is it Scott Hamilton? It was when he was the big skater.
Yes.
Wasn't his name Scott Hamilton?
He did the backflip. Yes, Scott Hamilton. Yes. Oops. Wow. That's how you say that one. Wow.
That's how much he still doesn't think of the bands that opened for him. He pretends to not even remember them. Mm-hmm. That's funny that he makes that comment.
I don't think he pretends.
Because I don't pretend. I didn't care a bit about any of them.
Snob son of a bitch.
I didn't even watch him play.
Even with my band and your own kids' band, it was just like, get off the stage. I'll show you how it's done.
No, I watched Elvis's.
I know. I'm messing.
Well, why would you say that?
I'm joking! Holy
I watched
shit!
Elvis's.
I'm joking!
But everybody else, I didn't even watch them perform at all. I'd just be outside, just like, tell me when they are done.
So snobby, changing his clothes in the parking lot of cartoons.
And then people would come out and be like, okay, they're done. I was like, okay, is all their crap off of my stage? Not yet. Okay, then don't come bug me until that's done.
You may not use our drums. Set your drums up in front.
I didn't care at all.
No, you were so snobby.
Yes, Scott Hamilton. I loved that guy.
He was great.
He actually could do like a backflip or whatever, a front flip, or did you say it?
I did.
Man, I really, really got into that. I totally got into the Winter Olympics of, God, that must have been like 80. When were they? 84 or 80?
84,
82, or I don't know what year
84 and
they were
88. For sure.
Mike McCorder says, I was in a BMX magazine in the 80s. Come on, where's the love?
Oh, yay!
That's pretty awesome.
Nice. Very cool. Very cool. Shell saying, was it the one year you were on the cover of Sports Illustrated?
Was it the one year you were on the cover? Maybe she's talking to Mike.
Maybe. Might be talking to Mike. Because we're so freaking late over here.
I'm not talking about being on a magazine.
No.
Mike was.
Just kidding. She says just kidding.
Just kidding.
JK. Anywho, yeah, so the Winter Olympics, I really love figure skating and ice skating and all that. That was my favorite of the Winter Olympics as well. So I never missed a minute when I was a kid watching Winter Olympics for that. But in the Summer Olympics, I was big on the gymnastics, of course. And all even just a few years ago, I watched, I don't know, an hour or so of it. It's so fantastic. And any of these athletes that just are so that good, they're that good. It's so impressive to me. I see somebody jogging down the street at 6 a.m. and I'm like, wow, good for you, because I can't do that. I can't.
You can. You just won't.
I don't want to.
Yeah, but you can. Don't say you can't. You can. You just won't. Mm-hmm. I can. I just won't. I'm talking about me. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Cindy Lucas says, I like to watch bobsledding. So fun. Really?
Bobsledding is awesome.
Really?
I like that and the luge.
Wait.
Is it the luge?
What is the talent for bobsledding?
Friggin'
run and get in the thing and lie down next to each other. Like,
that's right.
And lean.
Badass.
That's so talented. It's the hill and your body weight that makes you win.
Badass.
Like, how do you win? How do you win at bobsledding? How do you do that?
You go the fastest.
I know.
Jared said,
You're
I
not
love
listening.
I know. I gotcha. You didn't do it uninterrupted, so we're moving on.
Good point.
I love Scott Hamilton, but being more of a 90s kid, I was way more into Surratt. I don't know what that is.
Surratt Bonnelly. I'm just going to say that. I don't know if it's right.
Who did a backflip on one leg. Yeah, it was controversial, banned from being done in that level of competition,
Right.
but she did it anyway. Trendsetter from France.
That
Very
is
cool.
I got goosebumps because that's fantastic. And when they do it in the Olympics, because the Olympics are technically supposed to be amateur athletes, and then when they do something crazy awesome like that, it encourages the other athletes to try it, and then there's lots of injuries that occur. So that's why it was banned.
Yeah.
Instead of raising that bar, because the bar has been raised for hundreds of years now with the Olympics, but instead of raising the bar, they're like, oh, we can't have people doing that. And now these athletes are so crazy good and all sponsored and all this stuff that banning thing, I'm sure, doesn't happen as much, I would think, as much as it used to.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought Scott Hamilton also did. I know he did flips. I can't remember if he did them on one leg. Maybe not. But I remember that was all kind of like a thing. Yeah.
Yeah. He corrected. It was autocorrect got him. Surya Bonnelly.
Surya Bonnelly.
Bonnelly. If she's French,
Bonnelly.
Français.
Mike McCorder says the 1980 U.S. hockey team was still one of the best moments ever.
Yeah.
I have kind of an interesting story about that. My ex-wife, when she was a little girl, took a trip to Israel as a family vacation, and either on their way there or on their way home, I think it was on their way home, they flew on a plane that had the USA hockey team on it. And I think it was right after they won.
Was it that year?
I think it was that year.
Oh my God.
Right after they had won that gold.
That's
And
freaking cool
she
as
got to
hell.
fly all the way back.
Were they just partying it up?
Oh,
Were they
yeah.
just-
They were just all going ape shit.
And she was how old? Like, well,
She
she
was
would have
like
been
12.
11. If
Yeah.
it was 1980, she would have been 11.
She was 11 or
Holy
12.
crap.
She,
It's ridiculous.
flew on the plane with the USA hockey team.
That is
After they
amazing.
won that gold medal you refer to, my friend.
They were not flying in first class. They were in coach, right?
No, it was just, well, there was a whole damn team, yeah.
Joshua says, strange that Jared Isaacs is a figure skating fan.
It's stranger that I was. I mean,
Yeah.
I was majorly into it.
I was too.
I just was
Yeah.
like, I almost had a Scott Hamilton poster on my wall.
That would have been so awesome. I would love to see
I'm not for sure I didn't,
Right?
actually.
Yeah. I mean, my big fave was Nadia Comaneci in the 1976 Olympics, because that's when I started doing gymnastics. I was like 6 or 7. And so she was my hero, even though she was from Romania, which is an inside joke, that word. But yeah, so she was my hero, and I just thought she was amazing. The first 10 in the Olympics given was to Nadia Comaneci. And she's now married to Bart Connor, another gold medal Olympian from a same year and maybe even 4 years later too. So
I'll be
they're-
damned.
And they actually have a gymnastics school in Oklahoma where Bart's from. Did you know that?
No,
How do I know that?
I don't know.
Because I give a shit about gymnastics.
I don't know.
Anyway.
Joshua said, "What's next, Jared? Men's diving?"
Yes, look at that. And he's like, men's diving, drool. Yeah. How about that Greg Louganis, right? Rest his soul. But how about him? He was amazing. Not only was he cute, but he was the first person to have that little tiny splash. And he started diving with his hands like this. You remember that? This is how much I watch the Olympics. I know little tiny things like this.
I don't think he was the first. That's like saying Eddie Vedder was the first guy to ever sing low.
You don't know. He started diving and entering the water with his hands like this, and it made a tiny little splash. He just went, Psh.
I know. That's what they all do.
Everybody
They've all
else
been
was
doing
like
it since
this.
that sport started.
They've been doing it since Greg Louganis did, and they had slow motion TV.
No, small
and they
splashes was part of your points
I
way
know,
before Greg Louganis.
Louganis.
Gaius is what I call him.
Well, you know. Whatever.
Cindy Lucas got to see Greg Louganis. That's cool. At Six Flags in Dallas in 1985, he was awesome.
Was it some sort of display
awesome.
with like a diving
That was probably
thing?
his.
No, he's not. Is he? Is he still alive?
Who were you thinking of?
Greg Louganis? Is he still alive? Shame on me. I thought he passed.
I
Wow.
don't have any idea.
Dang. Sorry. Ugh, I thought he passed away.
Who were you thinking of?
Nobody. I was thinking of Greg Louganis.
Sorry, Greg, if you're watching, you're not dead.
Right, Greg, if you're watching, I apologize for that misstep. My bad.
It was a
Jeez.
diving show with Greg Louganis. That's great.
That's awesome.
Oh,
Joshua Poole says he's dead to me. He knows what he did. Why did we lose our camera? That's fucking fantastic. Great. Awesome. That's so cool. I love it when we lose our
he is
camera.
more famous for hitting his head
Yes, that's true. That's true.
and bleeding in the pool while being HIV positive.
Oh my
Major controversy
God,
in the 80s.
yes.
I remember all that.
I know. I remember that as well.
Cracked the back of his head like a motherfucker.
Yep. Okay. Apparently, Wiki agrees with Jared. He is still alive and well. Okay, my bad.
Man, that is rough.
Oh, I thought for
Can't you
sure.
get like in trouble for that?
Maybe, but you know, our show is so freaking popular. I might get in trouble. So sorry, Greg. And I got to figure out what's going on with the camera. So.
Oh, when we get famous, someone's going to find that clip and be like, oh.
And they're going to be like, yeah.
You dirty whore.
Such an asshole.
Barb said she thought Greg had passed too.
Oh, see? See? It's not just me.
Oh my gosh.
Right.
Jared said, don't question my Olympic trivia.
This is a real adjustment of the camera, by the way. So.
Is Greg dead or not dead?
Right. Is he dead or not dead? We should have a show like that. We should do... Oh, Jared says, don't question my Olympic trivia. Well, good for you. Thanks for correcting me, though. I really thought he
No,
had
that's
passed.
good. I'd hate to hang up the phone going, Greg Louganis is not dead.
Yeah. I was like, what the fuck?
And that's how hard he hit his head. People thought he croaked.
Oh, see? Wow.
No, I knew he didn't die from the head hit, but I did kind of feel like he was
I just
like
thought he
some kind
passed
of
away.
tragic thing happened when he was young.
Yeah. And like,
But anyway, it wasn't.
shame on me. Well, good. I'm glad he's still alive.
Wasn't he a pot smoker?
I don't know.
Didn't he hit the grungy or grangy or
Ganja?
the ganja? Didn't he get in a bunch of trouble for that? Kind of like that recent story.
Yeah, the fish guy. Who's the recent fish guy that got in trouble for that?
No, it was a girl. There's a girl
the
that's
most
been
recent one.
disqualified.
But that
for
amazing
some...
swimmer. What the hell's his name? The guy.
Cindy Lucas says, I thought he had died too, like cancer or something. That's what I thought.
That's what I thought too. Maybe he had
There must
cancer,
be somebody else.
And maybe he kicked its ass or something. That'd be awesome. The rumors of his demise are greatly exaggerated.
Yeah, apparently. Yeah, the head hit was played over and over and over and over.
Yeah, I remember that as well. Yeah. Cindy Lucas. Oh, wait, we already said that. Still appreciated. Oh, thank you. The camera adjustment was still appreciated.
Still appreciated,
You
Tam.
bet, Brian. Absolutely. Fantastic. But the Olympics, yes. I mean, it's...
New shirt. Greg's not dead.
I'm writing it down.
Oh my God, I can't believe we just advertised that Greg Louganis is dead, and he's not.
I didn't advertise it. I just said it.
This is advertising. That's
was
what
a
this is. This
mistake.
is going public. This is being seen in 2,700,000 countries.
That's true. That's true.
And been downloaded 6,242 times.
You know, because this right here, there's only a few viewers, but it goes worldwide. after we're done.
It's worldwide,
It goes
baby.
worldwide. Like
You're
you
gonna
guys,
get sued.
you guys can't see the YouTube comments, but over on YouTube, it is worldwide.
It's blowing up over there.
You know, so yeah. I'm ashamed of my mistake. I'm so sorry.
Oh my gosh. Leganis 2.0.
That's right. He needs to make a comeback so I can know he's alive. Boy, he is a good-looking guy. Holy shit, I still think he's dead in my head. Jesus. Joshua says, if Hootie's grunge, then Greg is dead.
That's right.
Thank you, Joshua, for having my back. Kinda. Thank you very much.
If Hootie's grunge, Greg is dead.
Mike McWhorter says, prestige worldwide. Wide. Nice work. That was awesome. Michael Phelps. Thank you, Andrew. Thank you. That's
Michael
the name.
Phelps.
The fish guy. He's like, his hands are webbed. I mean, he's like a freaking amazing.
Is Michael Phelps alive? Because I thought there was a swimmer that had fucking died.
See,
maybe it's Michael Phelps. Is he still alive?
I think he is.
This will be hilarious if Michael Phelps is dead.
Yeah. New hashtag.
Greg's not dead.
Greg's not dead. If we started wearing those shirts, though, there would be controversy in this town because there's a few people named Greg that might take great offense to that.
Yes.
I love it. Phelps is alive and kicking. Okay, cool.
Okay, Phelps is alive.
Literally kicking in the water.
All right.
I see what you did there, like kicking in the water.
All
you know.
right. Then Michael
like-
Phelps is the dude that got busted for smoking weed.
He's totally the guy. Just a few years ago.
I thought it was Greg Louganis.
It might have been. I don't know.
So far, we got Greg dead and hooked on drugs.
Don't be smoky. Yeah. So hooked on drugs, like pot's a drug. Oh, it's so funny. Oh my God.
Pot's an herb, man.
Pot's an herb, man. It's like totally an herb. If you listen to some like old stuff from years ago about like authority figures talking about how bad pot was, it's amazing that now it's like freaking legal in most places. It's just crazy. Oh my God, it's a gateway drug. It's so interesting to hear those old 60s commercials. Look at Bill over here. Look at Bill. Hey, Bill.
Remember that video?
Don't smoke weed, Bill.
Remember that video we watched just a little bit ago on YouTube, and it's like from the 40s?
Yeah.
30s or 40s,
Yeah.
and it's actually a film,
Yeah.
and everybody's going to the table to do cocaine. Like, when we get together, we like to do cocaine, and they're just like sniffing piles of it.
Right, like comically
It was
huge
like-
piles.
It wasn't comical. It was like a real video. Like, this is what, kids do to have fun.
Yeah. And they're like,
And it was totally cocaine.
It's
And
like-
they're all like dressed super nice and just like, yeah, whatever, doing cocaine.
and it was a film you said from the 60s, right?
No, it was like from the 20s or 30s or some shit. It was like teens hanging out, and they were all like,
20s or 30s?
yeah, it was like black and white film of all the kids going to the table snorting cocaine.
Was it like-
Yeah, kind of like, yeah. And the cocaine was just kind of like, it was publicly being said. It wasn't even illegal.
Right. It wasn't illegal?
Just never mind. You are not following me at all.
I'm sorry.
No, it wasn't. It was being advertised like this is the new thing if you want to have fun at your parties. Cocaine.
Gotcha, boo. Like,
Was
was that the same time they put it in Coca-Cola? Is that when they put it in Coca-Cola? Change the key.
And they're like snorting coke and shit and having a great time.
And throwing the girls up in this and dancing. Yeah, right. Yeah, Cindy says, then you have the Ryan Locke fiasco. Yeah, I remember that too. And
What did Ryan Locke do?
I don't know exactly, but I remember there was a fiasco.
Oh.
Yeah, controversy and all kinds of craziness and whatever. Remind me, but I remember that in history.
Wasn't the Tour de France just like today?
I thought it was. Somebody won, right?
Yeah.
We watched it a little bit.
And I know all the story about Lance Armstrong. Probably more than you guys realize I know. I've read his biography. I've read his mother's biography. I loved Lance Armstrong.
You don't love him anymore?
I'm just going to say...
I think he's alive. Are you going to say he's passed on?
Nope.
Okay.
I'm just going to say I don't give a damn if he was drugging. I still think it's pretty awesome to win the Tour de France.
I don't give a damn about steroids
It
in
doesn't
general.
bother me.
I don't care about the asterisk on the 61 and the freaking.
I think it takes a little more than some
Cardinals
steroids
guy.
to win the Tour de France.
Yeah, I don't really care about. If you want to bulk up your muscles and shrink your dick, then go ahead and do it. I don't really care. Did you hear what
Lance
I said? It was fucking hilarious what I just said.
Mike said Lance is still alive. It's his integrity that is dead. True, very true. Yeah, the integrity and the lying thing, of course, all that. But I'm just saying, I don't know. That's still a hell of a race. It's a hell of a race. Lance O.
Joshua says, click. Joshua says, for me, it's black tar or nothing. We're talking about drugs. Yeah, we're talking about drugs.
Am I saying the wrong word, Lance Armstrong?
I don't know.
Because Andy said it's the cyclist, not the guy who landed on the moon.
You're saying Lance Armstrong's correct.
Lance Armstrong is the guy who ran Tour de France, right?
Yeah.
Is it also Lance?
It's Neil Armstrong that landed on the moon.
Neil Armstrong landed on the moon.
You had me guessing there for a minute, Andrew. Dang. I was like, wait a minute. No. Like, no, you're right.
I was like, I think I'm saying it right.
I was like,
Lance Armstrong. Yeah.
hang on a second.
He wasn't the Rocket Man.
Oh, he was actually mistaken. He's like, LOL, you're right. How funny.
Neil
Armstrong.
Hey, Neil.
Neil. I don't like that name. I'm going to put it out there. I don't like the name Neil. Sorry if you're watching anybody named Neil. Mike Recorder says, landed on the moon. People still believe that? Yeah, we're getting ready to go to Mars, too.
Listen to Monday Morning Medication from 3 days ago. Oh, my gosh. It was pretty funny. We were talking about Richard Branson and Jeff Bezos. It's good stuff.
And the
over
pissing
there.
contest that they're having right now about being a
it's
civilian.
hilarious.
Civilians in space!
Jesus shoots. He scores. He saves! What an amazing save! Way to go, Jesus. I'm sure he's going to the All-Star game this year.
I gotta put this one up here, Joshua. Lance had a lot of balls to compete while doping.
He did then.
He did then.
Oh, gosh.
Not so much anymore. Did he lose one or two?
I don't know if he lost his balls.
He lost one.
So
I think that was at least
his
one.
first bout of cancer was all in his lungs. Actually, it was all in his whole fucking upper body.
How does someone that healthy do that? Probably from smoking dope.
Probably from doping.
Doping. With your little dick and your little balls and whatever. I don't care about steroids in sports. Fucking shoot up. I don't give a shit. Whatever.
If it makes it more exciting.
Hi, Jessica.
Hello, Jessica Jones. You come in probably about the time we should think about wrap it up. Now, baby.
Really?
Wrap it up.
We're just getting started.
Wrap it up.
Not really. Not really.
Wrap it up.
Yes, so right on. Go listen to Sade Shine's Conversation. It is episode number 51. It's the latest episode we have.
Yes, I'll recognize that moment of silence for silence. I'm sorry.
Oh, wow, yes.
The guitarist for Cinderella passed away yesterday.
So, moment of silence.
Moment of silence.
And breathe.
Anyway.
That sucks. Sorry about that. That's awful. Always sad. Always. Look at you friendly people saying hi to each other. I love it. So nice. It's so pretty. It's so beautiful. Nice. So you want to start wrapping up? Thinking about wrapping up, babe?
We ought to think about wrapping up.
Yep. Oh, Andrew has a point. If Lance gets the Tour de France, Pete Rose needs to be in the Hall of Fame. I think so, too.
Well, for sure, yeah.
Yeah. It's
Pete
interesting.
Rose got the worst rap of them all.
He got shit on so bad. Like, the thing is when I heard about the betting on baseball thing, I really thought he was betting on, like, his own team and then losing on purpose. If that's the case, then fuck that guy. But he wasn't. He was just betting on baseball.
We don't know. We weren't there.
True, but I
Fun
watched
fact,
it.
I've met Pete Rose.
Have you really?
I've met him.
Another thing you chose not to tell me.
I got his autograph. I think my brother Andy was there.
And he says,
He
I met him.
just said, I met him.
Yep. And Mike McCorder says, and we're back, because we were just getting ready to shut down the shit, and we're fucking talking again. So, yeah, that's what happens sometimes. That's why you got to stick around till the very, very end.
We met Pete Rose.
Where'd you meet him?
Met him at his own restaurant.
In St. Louis?
No, where was that? Down in Florida somewhere.
Florida?
Yeah, it was like fucking Pensacola or some shit.
I mean, I lived in Cincinnati for a while. I think that was when the betting on baseball shit was going on when I lived there.
I don't remember where it was.
It was huge. I never met him twice, Andrew says.
Yeah, Andy might have met him again.
Down in Key West or
We
something?
were on like a family vacation all together, and we went to eat at his restaurant. He was actually there, and we all went and talked to him. And then Andy might have met him somewhere else. I don't know.
That's cool. Fucking cool, man. Yeah, I think he should be in the Hall of Fame just for his skill alone.
He met him in Philadelphia.
Okay,
When
fair
he
enough.
lived up there, probably.
Right on. I think, I have different views on that. I'm like, if you bet on baseball and whatever, if you do steroids, whatever, it's like, go ahead. If you're going to ruin your body with a chemical and you're still going to be an awesome player, then just do it. I don't give a shit. It's unfair advantage. No, make it available for everybody. Make it legal so everybody can choose to do it or not to do it.
Did
There you
that
go.
home run dude from St. Louis, did they get him on
The home run dude.
doping?
Yes.
What was
Yeah.
his name?
Mark
McGregor? or something?
McGuire.
McGuire, yeah.
Yeah. He's like the batting coach for St. Louis.
He
or
just
was
kept
for a while.
busting him out, and everyone was
Yeah.
like, "God, he's
Well,
doping."
I said that a second ago.
Okay.
Again, I'm not listened to on this show.
Yeah, and I'm not either.
And there was an asterisk put by his home run
His record, right.
because he was found out to be doping. And I'm just like, he still fucking did it.
I have the front page of the Post-Dispatch. I have the newspaper when it was announced that he broke the record. It's like up in our attic right now.
Right. Yeah. So it was a big deal, and it brought a lot of fans to see people. And then it's like, no, he sucks because he fucking took a needle a couple of times with some steroids.
Andrew Fritz said, I actually joked with him like, hey, you want to make a bet?
Perfect. He's probably like, ha, yay. Love it. He actually laughed. That's great. Good to hear. Good to hear. Hey, so be listening Monday morning on the audio version of everything for Monday Morning Medication, which comes out Monday morning or afternoon. Depends upon when we get our shit together, but it comes out Monday. Also, be watching for Cassandra Carson's conversation to come out in the next week or so. I think it's going to be in the next week or so.
Yeah, it will be.
And we've got like awesome hidden tidbits that nobody's ever heard before. So it's going to be awesome. And the conversation with her was just good anyway. It was just really good. She's just
That was a good
dynamic.
time.
Dynamic as hell. And she's got a different project other than Pearlander going on right now. The Life Project. So go check that music out as well.
Yeah, which, by the way, I tried to go to their website and buy the vinyl, and the damn page isn't working! There was only a limited amount of signed copies, a limited amount. And I was there, but the page didn't work.
Right. You wanted to get that. So maybe you need to talk to your source that's getting you these
I
tidbits.
put a comment on the intranets. It was like, your page is not working! And they just all ignored me.
You just need to talk to your source where you got these tidbits and see if that source can get you some vinyl. Andrew, we're not going anywhere. We judged last week over at Marty's for the karaoke contest, and tonight is the finals, which is going to get kicked off probably in about a half an hour pretty soon over at Marty's if you want to go head over there. But I'm not sure.
I don't know if we'll
going.
make it over there.
I'm not sure we're going, so we are not
But
going
Jeremiah
anywhere.
Sharples is in the finals.
That's right, among other wonderful singers and wonderful people. So it was a really cool night, a cool crowd.
I'm going to play some mistakes on the way out.
Are you going to play some mistakes? So that is my cue to start begging for money like I always do. And I'm just going to put it all blatantly like that. Go check out our Patreon members. If you're watching and you're a Patreon member, thank you so much. We appreciate every single penny that you guys send us every month. We appreciate that great. It helps us keep this software alive and everything.
We just posted a dozen photos we have of Jared Isaac's nude. And it is on our Patreon.
Patreon members only.
So you guys might want to sign up for that.
Right.
Check that out.
Just saying. It's,
I'm kidding!
exclusive content over on Patreon. And you can always go to Venmo or PayPal or Cash App and just drop us a bone. Once again, I want to thank our newest Patreon member, Stephanie Stevens, as well as Krista Meadows for sending us a one-time donation. We appreciate you very much. Thank you, guys. We. Jared says, big donations only. Big donations only. How funny. Size queen. You're a size queen, I can tell. Thank you for watching tonight. We will see you next Thursday live right here at 7 o'clock.
Good night, Kimberly. Thank you guys
Spread
for
the
stopping
word.
by.
We're just a couple of idiots who like to have fun. Bye.
fellas, you blind. That bad lady's mine. Now that it's all over, do you want to start again?